Hey, so welcome to this video, this speed drawing, where I am talking about my original story. This story is called Dark Hearts, and the scene that I'm depicting is a scene from chapter 11. And so this is a conflict that happens between my main character, Ruli, and this other character named Ithrin. And obviously they're in a bit of an altercation, but I want to talk more about what this story is, at least an overview of what it's about. So if you follow my socials, you may have seen it come across my pages where I am talking about this story. The synopsis reads for this story: the war between Fae and humans is one of magic and gunpowder. Humanity has entered an industrial age and can no longer share its world with the magical beings that are Fae, the weaver of glamour, the creatures of the otherworldly. The war between Fae and humans has left Ruli's village, which remained untouched for many years, in harmony to those who shared Fae blood in their lineage, until she is dragged away to home of the Fae in a kingdom of the Seelie Court, Waralum. Ruli seeks to return to her humble abound in her village by any means necessary. Her natural cunning and ferocity is only matched by the dangers she must face, whether it be treacherous Fae or powerful men. Now that that is out of the way, let's read the paragraph that this drawing is depicting from chapter 11. I threw a punch, but each throw of my fist he would easily deflect. It was frustrating. No matter what I did, he was just too fluid, fitting for the snake that he is. My arm was pulled, my back pressed up against his front, his arm wrapped around my neck. I shouldn't be surprised that he had strength. His arm was rather toned, and his bicep was digging into my face. I'm no stranger to this hold. Kobe used to do this to me when we were kids, a headlock. While Kobe never used pressure to knock me out, I could tell Ithrin was aiming for me to tap out and surrender so he could continue to torture me the next day. I dug my nails into his forearm, hoping he would loosen his hold, but he refused. He held me closer to his front. His heavy breath fanned my neck. I tried my best to ignore the way the hair on my neck stood, from the way that his warm breath fanned against my sweaty skin. I wriggled in his hold, but I could hear the rumble of a growl from his chest as he leaned and spoke in my ear roughly. Give up already, elf. I couldn't stop the frustrated noises that came from me as I tried harder to get out of his grasp. Ithrin held me tighter against him, and I could feel my body begging for air as I desperately clawed at his forearm to try to get him to release me from this hold. If you don't surrender now, he huffed. He added more pressure to his hold. I will kill you where you stand, and no one could help you. So surrender, elf. The anger boiled inside of me, but my vision was spotting from the way I couldn't get any air from this position. My eyes darted to Almarin, who was watching intently with a frown on his face. He wasn't stopping this. My heart sank to my stomach that he wasn't doing anything. Was my judgment off? Did I make a mistake about him? Shame. I suppose I have to visit that village of yours and take those elf brats. Ithrin scoffed when I visibly deflated when I noticed Almarin's lack of intervention. But a fire burned deep inside of me when I heard the threat ring in my ears. I couldn't help but cry as I pushed forward, past my limits. I sunk my teeth into his forearm. Granted, it wasn't the most graceful or the most conventional move to make in a fight. It was cheap, but it was effective. He cursed in what I could only assume is the Fae mother tongue. Nothing could prepare you for the feeling of biting into someone. It was primal, in a way, as my teeth dug into his flesh until I could taste blood. I don't know if I could have taken a chunk out of him if he didn't let it go, but I took the chance. Ithrin's face contorted in a way that I could only assume was unadulterated rage. The tip of his ears burned red as the crease between his eyebrows deepened as his lips twitched up in a snarl. I couldn't help but flick my gaze in panic to Almarin, who looked wide-eyed with surprise. I see him step, but everything happened so fast. 1 minute I was standing, panting, with blood running down my chin. In 1 second, or even less, I felt the air in my lungs get knocked out of me. It felt like my body was burning as waves of shock coursed through my body. I saw stars in my vision, yet everything was blurry and muffled. I think I could hear shouts, but it sounded like pillows were covering my ears. I couldn't help but recall back to when Colby would wrestle me when we were meant to be sleeping. Brent coming into the room to break it up, but I could only laugh while his voice was muffled by the pillow that Colby was smothering me with. I miss them so much. Something blurred was in my line of vision. As I stared at the dark sky, I tried to focus my eyes, but my head was spinning and the ringing in my ears was unbearable. I grasped the air a few times before grabbing the person. The next thing I felt was feeling so light and a little nauseous. My head resting on a strong chest, sandalwood and hints of floral jasmine. It was a pleasant yet unusual woody yet smooth with an exotic scent of sweet floral. It was calming and soft. It felt safe. So warm. So yeah, that is the scene. It is subjective to change a little bit once I have finished the manuscript and then I start doing my actual editing of the novel. But this is what you have for now. It is subjective to change. Things might be added or taken out. So much can happen within the editing process. But yeah, I just wanted to draw something because it's something that inspires me to keep writing, and I don't know, I kind of want to share a bit more about it. Yeah, I mean, I sometimes do streams, Twitch streams, haven't done it for a while, but I'm gonna try with YouTube and see how that goes. I'm still gonna Twitch stream and stuff like that, but yeah, I hope y'all like the rest of this. I'm a peace out, and y'all enjoy the music and the speed drawing, and then the end photo. So yeah, thank you for being here, and please watch the rest of the video. Peace.